keeps it safe.
Yes, Gandalf, you have nothing to worry about. Shudderwock Shaman is being kept secret, and it is being kept safe. So when I traverse the Legend Wild Mode ladder, if I don't see any warlocks around, I bring out Shudderwock Shaman, and I have my fun with it, and the moment I start to see warlocks, I stop playing Shudderwock Shaman. I keep it secret. I keep it safe. I heed the wise words of Gandalf. But hopefully, at some point in the near future, hopefully Shudderwock Shaman will be viable again. Hopefully we can all enjoy it. Maybe when the next round of nerfs comes around, maybe, just maybe, we can slow Warlock down enough that Shudderwock Shaman becomes a deck that we can all enjoy again. But until that day comes, we shall keep Shudderwock Shaman secret, and we shall keep it safe. So today I am revisiting a wonderful Reno Shudderwock Shaman deck, courtesy of a good friend of mine, DustyScales, otherwise known as Agrius, from the For Doomhammer Discord server, a Shaman specialist server. And there was one game in particular that I wanted to highlight. It was a game where I got great value from Armor Vendor. And I don't think I've ever played so many armor vendors before in one game. So this was a really cool moment for me. I just wanted to share it with all of you. But before we get to that clip, or that game, there is one thing that we should all be reminding ourselves of, one thing that we should all be keeping at the forefront of our minds. And that is the absolute awesomeness that is the Toxfin Flurgle combo. I feel like with Warlock taking centre stage, with Shaman in general, I think seeing a lot less play. Right now, in terms of my Wild Mode journey, or my ladder journey, I'm seeing a lot of Warlocks, a lot of Questline Hunters, Questline Warriors, but hardly any Shamans. And I feel like maybe it's easy to forget that Shaman has access to this beautiful combo, this incredibly cost-effective combo with Flurgle and Toxfin. And one day, when Shudderwock Shaman becomes more viable again, I look forward to playing this combo more often. In fact, just thinking back to before the expansion, Shudderwock Shaman was seeing a lot more play on the ladder. I was facing a lot more Shudderwock Shamans than ever before, and it was a great thing. I think that was down to two reasons. Firstly, Flurgle Toxfin being a combo, and people looking for decks to put it in, and people thinking, oh, I'll play Shudderwock Shaman. And then the second reason, of course, is that a lot more people were talking about Shudderwock Shaman. The For Doomhammer Discord server, and the denizens of that server, who were really doing a great job of promoting the Shaman class, but specifically Shudderwock Shaman, and I think played a great role over the last year in just making people more informed about Shudderwock Shaman and how good it can be. So, Shudderwock Shaman seeing more play in recent months, and then of course the expansion hit, Warlock took centre stage, and then Shudderwock Shaman disappeared. How unfortunate. But one day, Shudderwock Shaman will return in all of its glory. One day. But let's move our thoughts on to more positive things. Let's move to this game that I was talking about at the start of the video. The game that I wanted to show all of you, because the game that I was really proud of. Not because my plays were exceptional, or not because my plays were the best thought out, but because I managed to struggle my way through this game and just get exceptional value from Armor Vendor, which was a first for me. So a big moment for me. So this is an Odd Questline Hunter. Now, Zephyrus Odd 2 here to give me Wild Growth would be the classic pick, right? But I'm gonna make things interesting. I'm gonna take Animal Companion. It's been such a long time since I've played Animal Companion. It really has. So playing this is exciting for me, certainly. I mean, I know what I want from this, right? I know that I want Huffer. Will I get Huffer? Of course not. After all, as the saying goes, never Huffer. Yes, for me, always Misha. Always Misha. But it's a 4/4 body, it's a taunt. It's about to die. Goodbye, Misha. You were on the board for one turn. You didn't even get to attack. Now, on the next turn, would you push 3 damage face, or would you value trade with the 1/1? The more control-centric player in me would always make the trade. But against this Hunter, especially with that 3 damage hero power, you do think to yourself, you know, are you on a clock against this opponent? Because eventually they'll complete their quest line and they will just kill you with repeated hits to the face of that hero power when comboed with cheap spells. So, are we forced to race them here to try and build a board and just go face and do as much damage as we can? Hence the thought of sending Zephyr's face rather than value trading. That was what was going through my head. But then I realised, hang on a minute, I have Reno Jackson in hand. He's sitting there on the left hand side. I found him, I think, in the opening mulligan. Therefore, we can take some damage. And for all of the Shudderwock fans that are watching this video, you are going to be cursing me here for that play. Tempo Bolner. Not getting any battlecry value from him at all. And you saw the opponent mousing over Bolner, thinking, what the hell is that card? New card? Never seen that before. Yeah, never seen that before. Particularly after Warlock is dominating the meta and Shaman in general is nowhere to be seen. But yes, Tempo Bolner, who is now about to give us some value on this turn. Armor Vendor, very nice. Ooh, Armor Vendor and Barista, beautiful. Okay. And so we begin, oh my goodness, we begin the value with Armor Vendors. Look at this hand. Look at the value that is now sitting in our hand. And we're going to mill a card next turn, but I don't care. And the opponent realises, yeah, I need to kill that Bolner. Can't let that live. So just to give you a little bit of insight into my thought process. Oh god, they've already completed the quest line. Of course they have. To give you a bit of insight into the thought process. That's a bad discard. I wasn't expecting to get any value from Bolner in this game. Right? I just played him as a tempo body. I had no expectations whatsoever. Just thought he would die straight up the following turn somehow to spells. But look what's happened. Thanks to Bolner starting us off, we are getting insane value now. Now Bolner's dead, but it doesn't matter. His work has been done. Our opponent plays a minion onto the board. That means we can trade our totem in and then play Barista. Amazing. Oh, the value. Oh, this is great. This is really, really great. Just looking at hand space here. But it doesn't matter, right? I mean, we're going to get, what, 4 armor vendors to hand? Yeah, that's pretty sick.
you buy it. Break it, you buy it.
So now you think to yourself, well, it can't get any better than this, right? You know, 18 armor for me, 21 for the opponent. Well, let's see how this game progresses. Our opponent, bless them, is trying to do as much damage to our face as possible here. They're trying to shred the armor. And they're doing a pretty good job. And we're down to 10 armor now. Oh, down to 7. Here come the Lepinomes. So credit to our opponent. I mean, they're hanging in there. They haven't conceded yet. They're doing pretty well.
Break it, you buy it.
So, the play here is what? See, I'm looking at Barista.
Armor, lightly used armor.
I'm also looking at Grumble. And I'm thinking this turn, do I just go with Grumble?
Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it.
I mean, if I play Barista, you know, our board would be full, right? We'd get armor vendors to hand, but the board would be full. But this way, with Grumble, we get room on the board so we can actually play some more armor vendors. And then go from there. So whether that was right or wrong, in the grand scheme of things, probably doesn't matter too much now. All I need is the opportunity to continue putting stuff down on the board, including the armor vendor that's in hand, the Barista, and I think we're going to be good. So, a lot of clicking here from the opponent. Having to press that hero power button so many times. They're probably not used to this. By this point, they are probably used to have, you know, won the game, right? At this point, they would have killed their opponent. They'd have killed me by now. But we're still in this.
Armor, lightly used armor.
There's some armor. There's a Barista. And there's some more armor. Happy days. So I do wonder, at this point, I'm thinking, will I ever need to play Reno Jackson in this game? A bit of a focus of the hero power on the minions here, as opposed to my face. This is refreshing, a bit different. Ah, they are killing off the armor vendors. Oh, that's clever. They know I've got a Grumble in hand, right? So, smart opponent not wanting me to grumble back the armor vendors that are on board. Very smart indeed. However, there is one armor vendor here, so I'll have it back. This is all I care about, armor vendors. Don't care about anything else in my hand right now. I care about that though. That is incredibly useful, having another Shudderwock available to us. And our opponent is running out of stuff to do, but that's big. That's Baku. But do we care? With 18 armor in play currently, do we care? That is the question. Okay, just a casual devolve. Probably should have done that first. It's an 8-8. It's still going to pack quite a punch. So yeah, that devolved really didn't do much at all. Probably shouldn't have played it. Now this is an interesting play. Resizing pouch. Ha. And it gives them the runaway Blackwing. Oh, it kills the armor vendor. Of course. Preventing us from playing Zola on the armor vendor.
Come dance to my song.
And for any Shudderwock enthusiasts that are watching this video, forgive the misplays, forgive bad ordering. But honestly, at this point, all I care about is having fun, and I am having the time of my life as I played this game, because I know that the Shudderwock is soon to come. The anticipation was building for me, the excitement was building for me, as I knew I would get the opportunity to play the Shudderwock. My opponent's got a beefy board. I mean, an 8-8, a 9-9, a 9-9 that does 9 damage. To a minion on board. But here we go. Actually, we'll play that Shudderwock. We'll play the original. And there's the armor gain. Some more armor gain. Keep going with the armor gain. Oh, we're not done yet. Ooh, mind control. That's juicy. Get a Shudderwock back to hand. Very nice. Freeze the 8-8. Get some more armor. Oh, Flurgle. Okay. This is pretty good. They're at 93 armor. Not a bad position to be in, eh? But we could play the Shudderwock again. We could mind control the 9-9. Oh, right, okay. Well, at least we got to play the Shudderwock in that game. At least we got to play it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, DustyScales' Reno Shudderwock Shaman. I have featured this deck before, and I'm so happy that I got to feature it again, bringing you that awesome game against the Hunter. I'd just like to say a big thank you to DustyScales for always being there for me in terms of guiding me with Hearthstone, in terms of sharing the joy of Shudderwock with me, for being a very good friend, for being an awesome human being, for being a light in the darkness, as I would call it, in this meta being a Warlock-centric meta. DustyScales, or Agrius, as he's also known, has been a real light, a shining light in the darkness, bringing joy and positivity to me in terms of still continuing to find other ways to overcome the meta, even if Shudderwock Shaman is not entirely viable. So thank you very much, DustyScales. I do appreciate your support. I do appreciate the awesome chats that we have on Twitter. Thank you for being you. Continue being you. And also a big thank you for everything that you do for the for Doomhammer Shaman Discord server. I know everyone there really does appreciate you. So a big shout out to you. Now, until the meta settles, until Warlock can go away, or be slowed down at least, or until some cards get deleted from Warlock, until that day comes, I think it is really important that we all take heed of Gandalf's advice, and that we all make sure that with Shudderwock Shaman, we keep it secret, we keep it safe.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.